Hello students, welcome to Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. We are discussing a first PUC biology bridge course. In the previous class, we discussed the one chapter called digestion and absorption in human physiology. In this human physiology, one more chapter today we are going to discuss called breathing and exchange of gases. So in this chapter we are going to cover introduction about the breathing and exchange of gases, then the definition of respiration with the types, structure of respiratory system, mechanism of breathing, respiratory volume, exchange of respiratory gases, and lastly disorders of respiratory system. So first, when we come to the definition of respiration or breathing, the process of exchange of oxygen from the atmosphere with carbon dioxide produced by the cells is called breathing. Breathing is also called as respiration. So here carbon dioxide and oxygen both are exchanged from atmosphere to inside the body. So oxygen is useful to a living organism, especially animals. The carbon dioxide is harmful gas which goes outside. Here, what the carbon dioxide and oxygen, among these two gases, oxygen is useful, carbon dioxide is harmful. How the oxygen is useful? The oxygen is very useful for the breakdown of energy nutrients in each and every cell. In the digestion and absorption process, what the energy nutrients like a glucose molecules are there, those when they are enter inside the cell, the energy nutrients like glucose able to produce the energy by breakdown itself. The breakdowning process is carried by this oxygen. When the glucose molecule enter inside the cell, the oxygen able to break down the glucose, then the energy is releases. So the oxygen is very useful to break down the glucose and production of energy. Then the types of respiration. Basically the two types are there: direct respiration, indirect respiration. First, the direct respiration. Exchange of respiratory gases between the cell and atmosphere is called direct respiration. Best example, amoeba and other microorganisms. Indirect respiration, second one. The exchange of respiratory gases between the respiratory system and atmosphere is called a indirect respiration. Example, all higher animals. Apart from this, the one more type of respiration we are going to see called the external internal cellular respiration. External respiration, exchange of respiratory gases between respiratory system and atmosphere is called external respiration. Internal respiration, exchange of respiratory gases between alveoli of lungs and cells of body mediated by blood is called internal respiration. Third one, cellular respiration. It is a biological oxidation of glucose molecule in the presence of oxygen take place in every living cells of eukaryotes. So this is about the respiration and its types. When come to the respiratory organs, so what happens? The breathing, the mechanism of breathing vary among different group of animals, depending upon mainly on their habitats and levels of organization. For example, the lower invertebrates like sponges, coelenterate, flatworms, etc. exchange the oxygen and carbon dioxide by simple diffusion on the surface of body. body surface. There are some other invertebrates like earthworms. Those are respire by moist cuticle. Then some insects have a network like tubes called tracheal tubes. By this tracheal tube they perform the air respiratory function. Then and also some invertebrates having a gills. The gills are also helpful for respiration process. The terrestrial organism perform the respiratory process by lungs. Lungs. Yes. The respiratory organs. In the terrestrial animals, we are going to see a respiratory organs like a lungs, as well as in the aquatic animals, we are going to see the gills. Gills. So now we are moving to the structure of human respiratory system. Structure of human respiratory system. The human respiratory system. Firstly, the nasal cavities, pharynx, larynx, trachea, primary, bronchi, lungs, bronchial tree. What happens? There are the beginning of the respiratory system separated by nasal septum and internally lined by pseudo stratified mucous membrane. The smaller dust particles and bacteria are trapped by this cilia as well as mucous membrane. So these two are the a nasal cavity. Then these two nasal cavities are able to inhale the air. Through the air, the oxygen is enter. When the air is enter into the nasal cavity, these two cavities are separated by a nasal septum. Inside that, the pseudo-stratified mucus secreting ciliated epithelial tissue is present. This cilia nothing but the hairs as well as the mucus able to trap the dust or maybe a other bacteria. Next, when the air is enter into a common passage called as a pharynx. So it is a common passage for both food as well as air. The passage for food is called oropharynx and that of air is called nasopharynx. Nasopharynx opens to the back into the larynx. Next, larynx. It is also known as a voice box located in the neck region. The front part of the larynx forms the a lid-like structure called as a epiglottis. It is a elastic cartilage. It closes of the larynx when the food is swallowed. This epiglottis is able to act as a rhythmic in function. When the air is comes, it closes the esophagus and opens the trachea. When the food is comes, the epiglottis closes the larynx and opens the esophagus. Then the trachea. This is also known as a windpipe. Internally, the pseudo-stratified mucus secreting ciliated epithelial tissue is modified. This is tissue able to trap the dust particle as well as a inhaling of air. The air is entered into the trachea. It is a very delicate in nature. Here what happens? There is a C-shaped cartilaginous rings are present. Okay. Then primary bronchi. The trachea divides into two branches. One is called as a left, another called as a right and left branches. So the left and right bronchi that enter into the left and right lungs respectively. Then when we are come to the lungs, these are located within the thoracic cavity protected by the rib cage. The lungs are covered by a pair of membranes called pleural membrane. The inner membrane is called visceral pleura and the outer membrane is called as a parietal pleura. So each lung In each lung, the two branches of trachea are there. The two branches, one branch is called as a right branchiae, another branch is called as a left branchiae, enter into the respective lungs. Inside the lungs, we are going to see the bronchial tree. That means internally the lungs contain tree-like structure consisting of tube, sacs and blood capillaries. The trachea divides into left and right primary branchiae that enter into the left and right lungs. Further, it divided into secondary branchiae and they branch into tertiary branchiae. These further divide into terminal bronchioles, then into respiratory bronchioles. These penetrate deeply into the lungs and subdivided into alveolar ducts, which are dilated into atria. Each atrium contains numerous grapes-like structure called as a alveoli. These are the alveoli. Alveoli are the structural and functional units of respiratory system which connects with pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood and pulmonary vein that carry oxygenated blood. So here the alveoli are structural and functional unit of respiratory system because in the alveoli there is a air or nothing but the air sacs. Inside the alveoli the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is taken place, so that we call as a structural and functional unit of respiratory system. So this is the trachea, C-shaped structure called as a trachea. So the trachea divided into two branches. One is enter in the right, other is enter into the left. So this is a one lung. This is another one lung. This primary branchia divided into secondary branchia. Then secondary branchiole divided into tertiary branchiole, then terminal branchiole. At the end of the terminal branchiole, we are going to see a bunch of grape-like structure called as a alveoli. Alveoli. Then this is about the structure of human respiratory system. So when come to the mechanism of breathing, the mechanism of breathing or ventilation, it includes two processes like inhalation and exhalation, inspiration, expiration. Inhalation or inspiration means the process refers to movement of air from the atmosphere into lungs. Exhalation or expiration means the process refers to movement of air from lungs to atmosphere. So here the mechanism means when a person inhale the air from outside to inside, what are the events are taken place in the respiratory system? What are the changes are taken place in the respiratory system? Likewise, when a person able to exhale the air, then what type of events or what type of the changes are taken place? Those are we are going to study one by one. When inhalation is taken place, inhalation, the process refers to the movement of air from the atmosphere into the lungs. It is due to the difference in the pulmonary pressure as well as the atmosphere pressure. The phrenic fibers of the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscular organ present below the lungs or rib cage, which divides the two cavity. Upper is the thoracic cavity, lower is the abdominal cavity. The phrenic muscle fibers of the diaphragm undergo contraction. As a result, the dome-shaped diaphragm becomes flat. When the air is enter inside the lungs, first what happens? The phrenic muscle fibers of the diaphragm undergo contraction. Then the dome-shaped diaphragm become flat. This is due to the size of the chest cavity increases. chest cavity will be increases. Then the external intercostal muscles between the ribs contract results in the expansion of rib cage. There is a contraction of external intercostal muscles. Then what happens? The rib cage will expand. Both these actions increase the volume of the thoracic cavity, which in turn increase the interpleural volume. As a result, the pulmonary pressure in the lungs falls below 750 millimeter mercury than the atmospheric pressure, like 760 mmHg. Thus, air rushes into the lungs from atmosphere to occupy the space created due to the expansion. These are the events we are going to see. Next, exhalation, expiration. The process refers to the movement of air from the lungs to the outside atmosphere. When we are going to exhale the air outside, what are the events are going to be changed? First, the process takes place due to the relaxation of phrenic muscles as well as external intercostal muscles. So during the inspiration, there is a contraction of phrenic muscles as well as the external intercostal muscle. Here what happens? Relaxation. Opposite in way. The phrenic muscles of the diaphragm relax and the diaphragm becomes into original dome shape. In the inspiration, the diaphragm becomes flat. Here is a dome shape. It is the original position. The external intercostal muscle fiber relax, bring back the ribs and chest bone. As a result, the chest cavity gets back to its original size that compress the lungs. When the lungs are compressed, the pulmonary pressure increases about 763 mmHg than atmospheric pressure 760 mmHg. Finally, the air flushed out into the atmosphere from the lungs results in the exhalation. So this is about the mechanism of breathing. Very simple. During the inhalation, the air is enter inside the lungs. First change. Second change is the contraction of phrenic muscles and contraction of intercostal muscles, and the dome shaped diaphragm become flat. Then the chest bone and a rib cage are also expand. But during the exhalation, completely opposite. But the air flush out, then the relaxation of phrenic muscles and intercostal muscles as well as comes to the original position of the rib cage and chest bone. Then the dome shaped diaphragm is become flat. The diaphragm become dome shape as its original position. So these are the a mechanism of breathing. Okay, breathing. So write down, note down. This is very important diagram. It may ask for the 5 marks question in the PU board. Structure of human respiratory system. Okay, system. In the next class, we are going to discuss remaining topics like one is respiratory volume, exchange of respiratory gases, as well as disorders of respiratory system. In the next class, we are going to discuss these things. So this is about the respiration with types, structure of respiratory system, and mechanism of breathing. So in the next classes, exactly how oxygen comes into the lung, alveoli of lung, how the oxygen is enter inside the blood, then inside the cells, how the carbon dioxide is goes outside from the cell to the blood, blood to the alveoli of lung, then lungs to the atmosphere. Those things we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you.